Hi there, my name's Deanna. I'm a performer and I'm passionate about caring for our planet. That's why I'm going to take you on a Planet Protectors tour of the exhibition here at GOMA. Before we begin, it's important to take a moment to acknowledge the Indigenous people. Indigenous people cared for this land here and the river for thousands of years, and they still care for it as an important place to them. Hey, would you join me in making a promise to also care for the land here and the waterways and the animals and the people too? Yes? That's great. And you can care for it not just when you're visiting GOMA, but wherever you live. I have a little riddle for you. What is something that all living creatures need to survive? You can drink it and even swim in it. That's right, it's water. The artworks we're about to see are part of the exhibition Water. They've been made by artists from all over the world who have been inspired to share with us how important water is, how we can care for it, share it, and protect it. Why do you think that water is so important anyway? Did you know that our bodies are made up of 60% water and that 70% of the whole world is water, with all the oceans and rivers and lakes? So water really is pretty important stuff. Are you ready to go on an adventure to learn how to use your superpowers to protect and care for our planet? Well, if you think you don't have superpowers yet, we are about to find them. We're going to use the art to help inspire us. So let's go look for our first superpower. So get your arms up in the air. We're going to make a spin and get ready to go. So we'll all say Planet Protectors go on the count of 3. You ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3, Planet Protectors go! And now we've arrived at our first stop. Can you see what's inside the freezer? That's right, it's a snow person. This artwork is made by artists called Peter Fischli and David Weiss. They're 2 artists from Switzerland. In Switzerland, it gets very cold, so cold that it snows. But here in Brisbane, we don't normally see snow, do we? But these artists are reminding us that even though it can be warm outside, we have technology that can make things really cool. We have air conditioning and fridges and freezers that can change the temperature. And so this artwork is getting us to think about electricity. Has anyone ever said to you, hey, shut that freezer door, you'll melt the snow person? No, but maybe they've said, shut the fridge door, you're going to let all the cold air out. So it uses up more electricity when the cold air gets out and more warm air gets in, and the fridge has to work hard to cool all that air down again. So if we do things like shut the door and switch off the lights, we're saving electricity. Hey, wait a minute. I think this snow person has helped us realize our first superpower. If we do things like close the fridge or freezer door and switch off the lights, we can save electricity. Hey, let's do it together with the action to help us remember. So we'll close the door and switch off the lights. You ready? So say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Close the door, switch off the lights. Excellent. Okay, I think we're ready to go look at another artwork for inspiration to find our next superpower. I'm going to say Planet Protectors go on the count of 3, and you can come with me. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Planet Protectors go! Wow, look at this iceberg. It's amazing. This photograph is by an artist called Julian Charrière. This piece has a long title. It's called Blue Fossil Entropic Stories 3. Now, can you see what Julian's doing in the photograph? He's standing on the iceberg, trying to melt it with a blowtorch. A blowtorch is like a hairdryer, but fire comes out. Now, this iceberg is really old. It's over 30,000 years old. Do you think Julian could melt it all by himself with that tiny little torch when it's so big? No. And actually, he doesn't want to destroy it. He's trying to show us that our small actions can have a big impact. So even though we might be really far away from icebergs, if we're wasting electricity, this all adds up to be as if we were standing right there with Julian with a blowtorch. And if the icebergs melt, then it will have a big impact on not only the creatures in the sea, but also could destroy homes of humans and all the creatures on the land as well. So whilst our actions can add up to have a big bad impact, the good news is they can also add up to have a big positive impact. If we remind other people around us to also save electricity, this has an even bigger impact. Remember our first superpower? Close the door, switch off the lights. So if you remind other people to do it as well, your superpowers grow. Hey, I think that's it. That's our second superpower. We can share our superpowers with others and they can grow even stronger. A bit like a wave. What kind of waves? Oh yeah, the ocean has waves. So they often start small and they get bigger. So let's use the wave movement to help us remember that our small actions can have a big impact. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Small action, big impact. Let's do that together. So I'm going to do the wave first, and then you do the wave and pass it back to me. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. With the words small action, big impact. Whoa! I got it, thanks. Let's go find another superpower. You ready? I'll say planet protectors go. You gonna come with me? 1, 2, 3, planet protectors go! This artwork is by William Forsythe. He's from America. And it's made up of lots of hanging rings that you can walk through and touch or swing on them with your feet off the ground to get across to the other side. William is not only a visual artist, he's also a choreographer. A choreographer is someone who makes up dance moves for people to do. So that might explain why he came up with this artwork. He is presenting us with a kind of choreographic challenge to move in a new way with our feet off the ground to get from one side to the other. Hey, that's it. That's our final superpower. We can work together to find ways to adapt to changes. On the count of 3, let's all say planet protectors work together. You ready? 1, 2, 3, planet protectors work together. And with the action, your turn. 1, 2, 3, planet protectors work together. Let's go recap all the superpowers we've learnt so we don't forget. Follow me, planet protectors go! Zoom, 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 zoom. Now let's put all of our superpowers together. So we've got shut the door, switch off the lights, and small action, big impact, and planet protectors work together. Okay, now it's your turn. I'm going to count to 3 and do it with the actions. I'll join in to help you though. All right, 1, 2, 3. Shut the door, switch off the lights. Small action, big impact. Planet protectors work together. Excellent, well done. So it's time to go get to work using our superpowers. And remember, you can also look out for new superpowers, new ways that you can protect the planet. All right, I'm ready to go get to work. So I'm going to fly off. Do you want to join me? Put your planet protector superpower arms up in the air and we'll say on the count of 3, planet protectors go. All right, 1, 2, 3, planet protectors go!